Welcome to the Third Wheel podcast, where there's three of us on here and you have to figure out who the third wheel is. I'm Rob. Joined with me are my friends Christian.
Hi.
And Lucian.
Can I say cuck?
Sure.
No? Yeah.
But we're the Third Wheel podcast. I don't know, guys. This is our first after post top podcast pod, so we're kind of just we're free now. I don't know what we're just going to this the I'm struggling. My brain was like loading down, just shut down.
That was
Just
a
cry.
very high.
Maybe I'm the third wheel. I don't know. Let us know down below who the third wheel is. But Christian came up, or Lucian, sorry. Still looking at the thing on Discord. Came up with a great icebreaker.
We look very similar, so it's easy to mix this up.
You know, one flesh. I was correct the same way. Lucian had a great icebreaker question. What do you got for us, Lou?
Sex, marry, kill. I'm just playing.
No.
What's the worst fictional world you'd want to live in?
You got one off the top
From
of your
a
head?
book or any sort of media.
I was gonna go I'm going anime just because I'm an anime nerd, but you guys can go book.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
Hunter x Hunter.
You don't want to hunt
I think-
monsters?
I just like the idea of a 10-year-old being able to punch a hole through my chest. I can't get with it. I
Mhm.
can't get jiggy with it.
I'd probably go Fallout. That whole alternate reality or ultimate universe. That's pretty sucky.
It is pretty sucky. But what if you got into one of those
The vaults?
what do you call them? Not the vaults, the
The power suits?
yeah, those power suits. That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, but they run out, you know? You gotta go, then you're just hunting fusion reactors the whole time. So it's a lot to deal with.
What is those things called? The death claws?
Yeah,
Is
the
that what it's
death
called?
claws. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's a big no. No, thank you.
There's a lot of no-no-nos in there.
Yeah, there is.
How about you, Christian?
I'm currently looking at my bookshelf, and there are many really terrible places to live, but I think I'm going to pick Tress of the Emerald Sea because
You
it's
don't-
just a world where if
No, go ahead.
I don't want to get a spore in my eyeball and then have a vine tear me apart from the inside.
Ooh.
Just don't go on the sea.
I touch my
It's that easy.
Well, no, there's no, aren't they on land too? I thought Tress lived on a special little island that had a lot of salt, and that's why she was safe.
Maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Isn't that
I don't
your wife's
remember
favorite book?
100%.
It's not my wife's favorite book. Howl's Moving Castle is one of my wife's favorite books. That's why she's kind of mad at you about it.
Boring white man book. Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be a British book, and so I read a couple words, and I'm like, I don't know about this.
All right. Well, just disclaimer warning. We're going to be talking about Red Rising, so we'll do a brief little non-spoiler, our thoughts on the book. But if you haven't read it, I'd listen through that and then be sure to come back once you read it. But also, there is some dark subject matter in here, so just be forewarned that that stuff can come up. But, Lou, since you are... I'm putting you on the spot here. Since you were the prophet of the Red Rising trilogy to us, do you want to describe book 1? And this is
Ooh.
only for book 1. I have not read book 2 yet.
Okay.
Me
I
neither.
didn't expect that to be the one to do it because I suck at doing this part. But yeah, I'll fumble through for 5 minutes. Just how far should I just go for it? Just the whole thing or
Yeah,
like the general
Well, did
gist?
you say no?
it's
No spoilers?
Yeah, that's the hard part because I've also seen like some people's like don't read the back of the book because that spoils some things. So,
But very early on.
what
Yeah, I mean the
first
like,
couple chapters?
fourth chapter.
You got
Yeah.
the first couple chapters. Do you want?
Yeah. If I will say like if you like Star Wars Gladiator kind of vibes, it's not a perfect book, but I think it's a book that close to my heart. Stop listening to the podcast, go buy the book, and then come back and then listen to this because we need to add revenue and we're making big bucks here. So
Wait, you're getting paid
so-
still? How are you still getting paid, man?
I don't know. The checks keep coming, baby, and I keep cashing them. Separate bank account. Wife doesn't know. What do we got going
Well, now
on?
she does.
Yeah, yeah, one flesh, baby. Um, so I will say the last time I shared what happens in this book, I was talking to a female coworker, and I've never seen somebody's eyes glaze over as fast than I have ever talked to anybody in my entire life. So I don't know. Maybe she was busy. Maybe I was sounding stupid, but we'll try it. So it's very simple. So the story starts off. So I call him Daryl. That's not his name.
No, I thought it was Daryl, but then I was reading I saw it's Darrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Daryl because I just think it's funny. Like Daryl.
I thought it was Daryl. Like most of the time.
So Daryl's a miner, and he's a BA miner, right? The best miner in the world.
A minor
and
in both
mining-
senses of the terms.
Yes. That's
16.
True. He is 16, and he is mining in Mars. And the idea is that they are trying to create Mars. They're trying to Elon Musk Mars, pretty much.
Terraform it.
They're trying to, tomato. I mean, I thought that was
Same thing, you know.
Same thing. He's building Teslas. Sorry.
So the goals will have Teslas
he's-
once they can come here.
He is mining, and he's really good at it. And he has a family, and he just lives in the slums. And the idea is that they're the first civilization, and they're really close in making Mars a livable planet. And then this is where the spoilers come in. Then you find out.
Well, we're
Do
not in
you
the spoiler section, Lou.
No, should I stop?
I don't know, man. It's like such a weird part where you don't
Maybe just keep it vague.
yeah.
Okay.
There's a Hunger
And
Games
then-
The
part.
world is not
Things
what
are
it
not the way they seem. Yeah, and a bunch of other stuff happens, but that's it, I guess.
Yeah,
Without
it's
spoilers?
really hard to do without spoilers because there's
is.
the first 5
Yeah.
chapters and then it's just spoilers.
And then it's spoilers. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you figure out the world isn't what it seems, and then, Daryl becomes a reluctant hero, yada yada,
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Yeah, how do we talk about the rest of the book? Because
Well, so we'll have no. This is just the beginning. We'll go into the spoiler section, but this is just for the
Okay.
people that haven't read it. We're trying to convince them. One of the first opening that I know really hooks a lot of people. Like one of the first few lines in the book is
sexy.
no,
Sorry.
that gets it. No, it's something along the lines of there's the gravity of Mars is not as strong, so they let the family hang like they're people that are sentenced to die, like they pull down on their legs and all like that. A lot of people that just it's like what, and then that's the inciting incident that really it's like, oh, let me see what else is going on here. So, if you like a dystopian Star Wars, Hunger Games, all that jazz, you should check out this book. I'd recommend it. Do you guys recommend it before we get into spoilers?
Yeah, I recommend it, but don't
think-
learn anything about it.
Yeah.
Just go in there raw.
Yeah. I might recommend it. I feel like there are definitely people that would love it. I think it depends on the type of reader you are, because it is a very specific vibe of book.
Mhm.
But I do think a lot of people who read do enjoy books like Red Rising, so I'd probably recommend it.
Are you saying if you're a sad girly book, then don't read this book? Is that what you're saying? Or
It's a dark dystopia.
I mean, if you're, some people read to be happy. This is not a book to read to be happy. So if you're like a light reader or like a romance reader, probably not. But if you're someone who's into action and doesn't mind some death here and there and child murder, then sure, read it. Go for it.
if you're in a child murder,
Do you like child murder? Well, I have the book for you. Yeah.
I mean, there are multiple books that would work for
Yeah, there's so many.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all the best books.
authors love child murder. Apparently, one of my favorite
A
series.
lot of
has
Lord of the
child
Flies
murder.
vibes. Because I haven't read the Hunger Games. I've only seen the movies, but I definitely was getting a lot of Lord of the Flies vibes from this book.
I do like Lord of the Flies. Yeah, that's a good
You like the Lord of the
comparison.
Flies?
I liked the book. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I like
Do I
that
like
when
what happened,
spoiler
though?
Piggy dies because he was annoying.
Yeah, I wanted to show he was not annoying.
Yes, he was.
He
He was the
annoying, but
worst.
he didn't deserve to die. Okay.
All right,
He
we
was
need a Lord
annoying,
of the
did not-
Flies podcast.
I mean,
I would argue that the worst was the person who murdered him.
Nah, he just
But that's
misunderstood.
just me.
yeah, I think Piggy kind of put a bad taste in fat boys around the world, like other people's mouths. Personally,
It's true.
I think it was a
He didn't
bad
stand up for
representation of the
himself.
big boy community.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to stand up for what he believed, and did he do it in a way that spoke to everyone
He's
else?
like, I
No.
lost my glasses.
No.
Oh, this rock fell on me. It's been so. It's been so. Long.
Fell on him. Mhm.
It's been so long since I've read the book. It's kind of murky. I don't know. As a high school,
I
I'm like,
think
yeah,
so.
take that, Piggy.
I think the rock was perhaps pushed on him intentionally.
What's to say? It's the chicken and the egg type scenario.
The author, I think, made it pretty clear, but who,
All right. All right, we're gonna move on to our spoiler filled discussion here. One thing also right before that I thought was amazing is the author wrote this book in 2 months, like just the initial outline, like first draft, which is crazy. But we'll get into spoiler
Yeah.
sections now. Go read it if you like action, that type of thing, all that jazz. If you're into the romance, maybe not so much. There's not too much here, but we're on full on spoiler sections now. So
Some bromance, I'll tell you that much.
there is some bromance. I was so sad when my favorite character died. Yeah, it was so sad. Do you?
Yeah.
Which I guess we could start there if you guys want. What do you guys think about the characters in the book?
You want to start, Chris?
I liked the characters. That was probably my favorite part of the book was the characters. I get very, very attached to characters when I read. So if I don't like the characters, I will not finish a book. But I really liked all of the characters, like every character from the very beginning when he was on his home planet, like all the way to the end with like all the golds and things. I think each character, you had a very clear idea of who they were.
Mm-hmm.
I also loved the little wolf pack, Several's wolf pack. I thought that was the most adorable thing. Even though I know they were viciously murdering people,
But they were cute about it.
they did it in a cute way with their little wolf cloaks and things.
Hiding in dead horses and everything.
Did
Yeah.
Right? It's
Did
easy.
you
so
I
picture
don't
them
know.
cute? Did you picture them like little fluffy dogs?
Sometimes. Sometimes I picture, like Lucian's sister Brooklyn used to be very into wolves, and she had this like little wolf hat and stuff that she would wear, and these like big wolf slippers. Like at
That's
times,
Severo.
especially Severo, I pictured him like that at times, and other times I pictured them as like wild, crazed, starved
Mhm.
people that they actually were. But he did a good job with the characters. I grew very attached to almost every single character, even the ones that kind of turned out to be like enemies in the end. Like I still was very like attached to them.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think the characters are what he did best in the book, in my personal opinion.
You got anything, Lou?
Yeah, for me, characters were also really big for me. I'm the only one that's like read all three, the first trilogy, the first three books, and I read this book a year ago. And surprisingly, the character that really stands out to me the most, that's kind of a side character that kind of dies kind of early in the book. I can't even remember his name right now. Is it Kel?
Julian?
He was the other red.
Oh, Titus?
Oh, I can't remember.
Titus.
Titus?
For some
Something
reason,
like that. I think it was Titus.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think
I think so.
I think the character really did a really good job with. I didn't know what was ever going on. I feel like I like to shut my brain off when it comes to reading books and just be surprised and not try to guess what's going on. And I had no like I if you would have been like, hey, there's another red, who is it? I have no idea who it was. And just the idea of like how Titus saw this opportunity being a gold and just absolutely just became a monster. I think was just like written really well because like golds weren't monsters per se, like, but that's how he saw them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a character that's just really stuck out to me that I think he wrote really well. But yeah, love Pax. I love the relationship.
Pax's my favorite. I was so sad.
Yeah.
I love big dumb guys, and he is the epitome of that.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
love how Mustang kind of recruited him, and like I think they grew up together. I don't know if you learned that in the first book or not, but
Spoiler, Lou. We're not talking. Lou,
I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I
I
didn't know
haven't
which
made
one.
it there yet, dog.
All
It's been-
right, the whole trilogy is ruined.
I'm not reading anymore. That's
I'm
it.
so
I'm out.
sorry. The second book's my favorite.
I'm
Please
gonna
read
refund all 5 other books I have.
it. Did you buy all
I'm
of them?
gonna
Yeah.
burn our collection.
No, I swear no. Please. I
For
love it
PAX.
so much. I gotta get the hardcover for the first book because I bought.
You get that fancy
Uh,
version I sent you?
I've thought about it.
Okay.
What was I saying? So yeah, Titus really stuck out to me. I really love the main like leadership guy. I can't remember if you find out. that
Dancer?
he's Dancer.
The
What
rebel
happens
guy?
to Dancer in the first book?
There's nothing much. He kind
I
of
don't-
is like sends him
yeah.
off. It says, "Have fun. Good luck. Good luck storming the castle."
Okay.
Yeah, we don't really. He like mentions him, but we don't see anything else of him after
Yeah.
he gets released into the
Yeah.
school.
Okay.
'Cause
We
the-
don't love Dancer the first book, but
Because it ends right when he's like, "Oh, I swear to follow the Nero or whatever his name is." That was like the last chapter.
Nero.
Yeah.
Is it Nero? Isn't
Yeah,
that the
I
goat?
guess- Maybe.
I don't.
I only remember the last name. I have the book right here in my hand.
Jackal.
No, not the
Look.
jack. The father of the jackal.
Yes. Yes.
I thought it was. It's
All I know
Nero
is his last
Augustus.
name is Augustus, but it might be Nero.
Yeah. And then I really liked how they introduced the quote unquote like villain, the Jackal, and just the idea of just like him pulling teeth, and the idea that he like wasn't necessarily a bad guy. He just was in a terrible situation
Mhm.
and clearly like underpowered and just did what he had to do to survive, and it just ended up being like an absolute psychopath pulling
Mhm.
teeth. Yeah.
See, I
Yes.
liked the jackal until we like met him. Like I
Yes.
liked, and maybe that's more of a plot. I felt like it was the jackal himself. The ending was really underwhelming, but I guess that's more plot. But I loved like, especially when he like just cuts off his arm. He's like, "Yeah," I'm like, "That is BA." He's just like, "Yeah, I got
Yeah.
this, no problem, worth it."
Yeah.
See, I feel like none of the characters like Pax was my favorite, but like for the most part, I didn't feel like there was that many. I wasn't like blown away by the characters, and I don't. Maybe it's just the audio is a little different, maybe than reading it, but for the most part, I couldn't really tell you, a few like some of the villains couldn't really tell you their names and all that, but I thought they were like average in my opinion, the characters. But, like I don't really care about Darrow or Daryl as we're calling him on here too much.
No, he's pretty plain. He's just like
Yeah.
he's like an anime main character kind of vibes.
Mhm.
He's just there to push the story.
I think his wife is super selfish, the one that died, and yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Christian's
Oh,
got
yeah.
really good views on all of that because I didn't even like think about.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about any of that when I read it.
she's like, this cause is more important than you, basically. Kind of the vibe I
Right.
get for it. And I'm like, all right, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hear it gets a
I
lot
mean, it's
better,
a-
and I'm excited
yeah.
to see more where the characters go. Sorry for cutting you off there, Christian.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say that what EO did, like, I don't know. Like, we're meant to see her as this kind, selfless martyr, but she's actually, like, super selfish,
Mm-hmm.
and she kind of, like, took the easy... I mean, I know she died, but she kind of took the easy way out and was like, all right, I did this... I made this crazy decision and made this crazy wave, and now my husband, who literally wants nothing more than to just be with his family and would probably be very content living his whole life here. You can start a revolution and you can question who you are as a person and become someone that you hate and like wrestle with all of that and murder who could have been your best friend. You can do all of that. I'm just gonna
Guess I'll die.
do this for a very long time. I'm also gonna like do this knowing that you're gonna have to kill me because like you said, how they hang people is they make the family like yank their feet down to break their neck instead of gravity doing it. So she did all of this knowing that she was gonna completely break this man without him giving any sort of or even like inclination that this is something that he cares about.
Mhm.
But she's like, no, you have to do this. And if you don't do it, you are failing your dead wife. So like live with that guilt
The
if you fail.
ultimate guilt trip.
It's just like right. It's kind of crazy.
Mhm.
It's kind of wild. I'm like, who does this?
Yeah.
You go be a gold EO.
Yeah.
You do this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
And I guess that
I
kind
don't know.
of dovetails right in the plot. You can kind of go from there. And there was something I thought of, and then it was just gone. But yeah. What do you guys think of like the early parts of the book when he's still in like the Red Colony? How quickly did you guess that, maybe there's actually life on Mars type of thing?
I think Christian gets it pretty
Um,
early, right?
I mean, I definitely knew that
Some buffoonery
there was
going on.
probably like a higher corrupt government. To be honest, the first couple chapters, I was really confused about what they were actually doing. I don't think I realized till later that what they were doing was terraforming Mars, and that they were like trapped underground and just mining, and their intention was to create this new world that they didn't know already existed.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely, and this is probably because the book was compared to Hunger Games. I'm like, there's definitely some evil higher government that is letting like some of their citizens live extremely impoverished lives while they're probably doing really well
Mm-hmm.
and have all kinds of like privileges and things. So I just assumed that just because of how the book was compared, but I didn't understand the very beginning of the book at all. It took me a while to like kind of get what was going on overall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not the same thing. Like I knew it was basically a dystopian coming in. So I'm like, oh yeah, this probably isn't all that it, as it seems.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a hard time shaping my brain around how big the colony was. That was the first thing that was hard for me to figure out. Is it like was it
Yeah.
city size? Like
Yeah, I think it was
um,
city size because it sounds like they almost had the whole like Greek alphabet. He was Lambda, and there's all those different things. So I think that's like 20 some odd
Mm-hmm.
letters. I don't know. And then they talk about later like there isn't there like billions of reds.
yes, yeah, that's everywhere. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think I couldn't guess it honestly until they went. It's like they went up in an elevator to like to go up,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's how they. I didn't notice until like I didn't know it until they said it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I wonder what's up
Yeah.
there, because I knew because of EO and they went into that little nook where I had grass.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, like there's something up there that they're not telling them, but I had no idea that it was a whole civilization for sure.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of with EO. It kind of caught me off guard when they like mentioned just offhandedly later that they were married for like less than a year. Like I thought they were married for a couple of years at least. At the very beginning,
Mhm.
I feel like that wasn't well described.
Yeah, they knew each other for a long time, and I think that maybe that was
Mm-hmm.
they like grew up together, right?
Yeah, yeah. She used to leave
Yeah.
him like stuff, like when his dad was hung, right? Didn't she like leave him gifts or whatever?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I remember something like that. I don't remember what it was, but I remember something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first like clear sign of there were like higher ups that were being dishonest and potentially like impoverishing their citizens was when they started talking about the laurels.
Mm-hmm.
I knew right away that he was not going to win the laurels because of how much they hyped it up. I was like, oh, he is going to lose, and this is going to be soul crushing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was the first like very clear indication that they were prioritizing some citizens' well-being over others and intentionally keeping some of their citizens less well off.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I like, they describe it as just like Gold's being like superhuman, basically. But I found it a little hard to believe that he like learned thousands of years of history and like reading and writing in like a month. But
Yeah,
I guess that's part of
yeah.
that was a little hard to suspend that disbelief part, even though he's becoming like jacked and everything. But
hmm
that was what
That was also hard for me.
Was it the chip? Is it?
W-
It wasn't really explained because he would still have like the physical body of a red. I mean, I guess he was being transformed, but like they talk about like a chip. So with the chip is what lets him learn super fast. I don't know.
That's what I assumed. That
Yeah.
they did something to his brain as well.
Yeah, I think I remember them saying something about like they uploaded a bunch of information and then also he was like listening to it play in his sleep or
Got
something.
that osmosis.
Yeah,
It
but
sounds
I
like
also had a
it
hard
sounds-
time because it seemed like the Gold Society was so pretentious in particular that I expected a lot more slip ups with
Mm-hmm.
him and him having to do a lot more like covering up or
Mm-hmm.
backtracking or like over explaining why, but he just seemed to get everything. And I did also have a hard time to believe that. I was a little disappointed in the lack of tension from him, like
Mm-hmm.
being different. But it seems like no one was suspicious of that. They were all like, no, this guy is so cool because he gets really mad and punches people and sometimes says bloody
That's my
damn
secret,
instead of
Christian.
gory damn.
Wow.
And
I gotta start
yeah.
punching more
So
people.
I also like, I would like smirk a lot. I feel like when I was reading parts where he was doing so well with other golds, because I'm like, someone has to suspect something,
Mm-hmm.
right? These
Was
people
because he
are
was-
trained.
because he was a hick that like people
Yeah.
didn't like question it, right? Like
Yeah, because he did say like some things like, "Oh wait,
guess.
that's just what we say off world or whatever." But yeah, it definitely
Right.
he definitely did. I feel like took to like fighting and things really quickly. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do enjoy how the author, which I'm drawing a blank on his name, is a
Pierce
Paul
Brown.
Pierce Brown. Pierce Brown.
Pierce Brown
I did
with his
enjoy.
piercing blue eyes.
Ooh, there you go.
You slow down.
Tell me more about.
You're the one who said it first, okay?
I enjoyed how Darrow actually like lost at times. Like there's definitely some, main characters things, but compared to like just like Quoth and the name something in Vis, he definitely loses a lot more, which I enjoyed that, he failed and his actions had consequences and all that, and not everyone just fell in love with him for the most part. So that's one thing I really liked about the plot.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I guess I don't remember him losing a ton,
Got
but
stabbed.
he did almost die. So
Mhm.
that's a pretty big L. But,
Did you learn that from your kids?
yes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
And then he like the first like times he tried to run he lost in the game somehow, right? Like he was trying to
In
enslave
the
people.
yeah, like it was going about the wrong way. Then also like the first attack on Mustang's
Yeah.
people was a failure.
Mhm.
Failure.
Thing.
Yeah. Pax beat the mess.
Yeah.
Right? Was it Pax? I
Yeah,
Yeah, they like threw
Yeah.
his horse
There
in
was
the
a lot
water or
of
something like that.
Yeah.
yeah. You're right. There was a lot of trial and error in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
for sure, versus the end.
Yeah. Any other? What were some of your favorite plot beats? Obviously, Lou already said Titus or Christian. Sorry, because my brain is.
You're good.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. Brain's fried.
Lucian did say Titus, so you were right the first time.
All right. I got the brain of a red over here.
It's racist.
I think
Classist.
some of
please.
the plot
Better.
points that I like.
It's more acceptable.
I think I liked. I did not get very into like a lot of the war strategy and things. A lot of that honestly goes over my head.
Mm-hmm.
So those points I didn't love as much, but I did like all the like plot points between like when he met different characters and kind of whenever he clicked with a different character, I tended to like all those moments. I also liked when they took over whichever group baked the bread and they were so descriptive about how like lazy and complacent these people
Mhm.
were because all they had was bread and then they took over and they stole their chef so that their chef could cook them
Yeah.
things. I don't know why. I thought that was just like really funny. And then obviously like a very impactful plot point was when he learns how to get all of the enslaved people to follow and trust him without having to enslave them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is when he lets, I think it was Pax. He lets Pax
Whip him.
whip him because he was taking ownership of his mistake also as their leader.
Mm-hmm.
That was very confusing but impactful. And then when he met, it is Nero, you were right. Nero, whatever, Augustus. I really enjoyed reading that part because that's kind of, I think, what all the readers were meant to look forward to the entire book is that when he finally gets to meet him. And it did remind me a lot of Hunger Games when Katniss met President Snow. Like, I don't know, it just felt very similar to me. And I think he did good at creating a lot of tension in that moment and creating the sense that Darrow was very unsure about the ethical dilemmas of siding with him, but also knowing he had to and able to accomplish this mission that EO has forced upon him. So I really enjoyed reading through that part.
And as much as I thought the Jackal was like kind of let down, I did love the pivot to like fighting the Praetors. It's like, all right, we're storming Mount Olympus now. That was hype.
Yes. You got like attacked by
Yeah,
a bear.
I did like that.
Mm-hmm.
He did. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also love the plot points when the Proctors were trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought those were fun. But I did love when he killed Apollo. I'm a pretty big fan of vengeance in books at times, and so that was very satisfying to me.
Shout out to Severo. Severo's the best boy short king for getting rid of that, muffled words that he said.
Right, yeah. Severo is super cool. I was very suspicious of him at times because he's described as being so sneaky and but I think just his I don't know, his wild nature, his wild side or whatever
Mm-hmm.
is it's pretty clear that he doesn't necessarily have an allegiance to the rules or the society for society's sake or rules' sake, but he was my favorite character. I love Severo.
Mm-hmm.
Every plot point that involved him, I enjoyed reading.
Is Severo? I feel like Severo is more of a Gary Stu than Darrow. Just good at everything.
A Gary what?
Gary. So it's like a play off the Mary Sue, which is a lot of people say Rey Skywalker's Gary Stu. Like everyone loves her. She's just good at everything. So they just use Gary Stu as like the male equivalent of that.
Oh.
I've never heard of that before.
Quote from Name of the Wind, Gary Stu. Gandalf, also Gary Stu, but he's Gandalf, so that's allowed. I guess you guys haven't seen Lord of the Rings, but aren't out there,
I tried.
You should listen to our podcast that came out with the top podcast.
Do you think people only marry other people who either love Lord of the Rings or
it's like the olive test from How I Met Your Mother. Was it Cassius? Is that the other guy, Julian's brother?
Yes.
Yeah, Cassius is kind of the guy who almost killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Cassius?
Yeah,
We haven't really talked about it. You liked him?
I liked him. I was very sad when their friendship ended after he figured out that Darrow killed his brother.
That's another failure I'd say is him sending Severo to get the tape from Cassius. That's a pretty big blunder.
Mm-hmm.
Darrow's part. Sorry,
Yeah, you're good. But I liked his character, and I knew that I liked him because of how sad I was when their friendship ended. Because I was heartbroken. I was really hoping, even I knew he would, because that is just too big of a plot point to just not involve in the book. But I was so sad when they had to fight and he thought he killed Darrow, and I was like, this is one of the saddest things ever. Oh. And clearly he has issues, right? Like all the Golds have issues because they're very privileged and very cocky and all this stuff. But I think he also did a good job at showing the like little glimmers of like, oh, but these are people and it could have been different if the society was different. And I think he did especially good at that with Cassius when he showed like Daryl Cassius's friendship kind of growing and blooming. I don't know. I was pretty sad when they parted ways.
And then he's still like, I'm still gonna kill you afterwards. And I'm like, bitch, calm down.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
well, he said if they ever enter the same room again. So I took that as he being like, I don't want to kill you, but I know I have to because that's like what I'm supposed to do as a gold.
See, I took that as he's still mad. I'm like, right now we're cool. Like, I'll let you win this, but if I see you again, I'm challenging you to a duel. Like, we're gonna end this. Is how I interpreted it, but I could be mistaken.
Interesting.
Find out once you read book 2.
I mean,
Read book
yeah,
2, baby.
because I interpreted it as him trying to avoid it because he was conflicted about how he felt. But who knows? Yeah.
It's kind of like the new Goblin from Spider-Man 3.
Do we find the answer to that in the later books, Lucian?
You find out in book 2. Things get
Okay.
spicy.
Yeah, I hear book 2 is just wild.
Okay.
Hold on to your seatbelts. Is that how you say it? Is that the thing?
Yeah, hold on to your seats. Hold on to your butts.
You can say that.
Hold on to your booty holes, baby.
Yeah, Lucian ruined
I
that.
will
He's
not
gonna
be doing
kill
that.
Julian's or Cassius's brother. He's like, when you were like
I ruined it for
recommending books, you're like, yeah, he just goes and like kills his best friend's brother. Like, I'm like, what?
Oh, I said that?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's okay.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like that happens not early in the book, but I feel like it's not necessarily like a plot ruiner.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
And
But I'm not very affected by spoilers personally, though, so I don't know.
I get peeved when I hear them. So, yeah. But I felt like, Cassius, I'm like, dude, your dad would understand. Like, your family understands what happens. It's like, what happens here stays here type of thing. But in my part, Cassius just seemed like a little butthurt. Which, to be fair, but, like, he, as Darrow even, like, said, like, he had to do the same thing. So it's like, it just so happened to be his brother type thing. But, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, but it's like the sense of this is my duty, this is me protecting my honor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's getting in the way of, I guess, whatever type of logic applies to the situation.
Mm-hmm. One last thing before we move on. Did they ever explain how Rogue, was it Roke, whatever his name, how did he survive?
I honestly couldn't remember how I remember that he died, but I couldn't remember how he had died.
Because he fell, that was the story, right? He fell down like a crevice or something was the fake out.
It's been a year.
I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember. I don't think they explained how he survived though, but I don't remember what happened to him. To begin with. I was also devastated when he died because I really liked his character, but then he came back to life and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
If you don't see the body,
thanks.
That's my rule.
Yeah.
If you don't see the
If you
body,
don't, they're not dead until you see the body. That's
like,
too many fake outs in
you're like,
things.
You're like, you cremate your dog or something. It's like, never dead.
Well, I've seen the body if it's cremated, so.
Oh, are you
But
saying?
how do you know it's actually your dog's ashes
true.
and not
Some random dogs.
something stolen from your fire pit?
What do you guys
It's
think?
extra funny. Sorry, go for it.
I was gonna say, what do you guys think about the world in general? You find the class system interesting and things like that?
I think that was one of my favorite things about it. It's just learning about each class. It kind of felt very anime-like-ish. Just the idea that blues are a certain way and yellows and pinks. Were they yellows? Or silvers?
There's silvers. I don't know.
There
what
might
have been yellows.
Yeah.
I don't remember if they were yellows.
But yeah, just
There were
the
most of
idea.
the colors.
Yeah, there's most of the colors. Yeah, it's just like how they interact with each other, and yeah, I just was a big fan of that.
One last thing. Sorry, I just remembered something that I kind of have a sneaking suspicion what's going to go forward. I don't know, but I was getting some real Paul Atreides vibes sometimes from Darrow. So I'm maybe he doesn't turn out the best at the end, because there's sometimes like, dude, you're really embracing that gold lifestyle. Like, I feel like you're forgetting your red, but We'll see if that happens.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys?
Yeah.
Is the? Oh my gosh, never mind. Yeah, sorry. This is hard to just talk about the first book.
Yeah, I get you.
But
Yeah,
yes.
I agree with you though, Rob. I was like, he is. I mean, he's already like he was having thoughts like, how am I gonna kill these people one day when I see them as my friends? So
Hmm.
I don't know. I definitely see a lot of moral or like gray areas in his
Hmm.
eventual potential victory. It's definitely not going to be without its like I don't know ethical dilemmas and things. I mean, it's impossible to honestly how he was thrown into it. It's kind of impossible. I mean, he had to kill someone just to like pass college, basically. So,
High school.
um,
Isn't there like the
High
academy
school.
after?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, high school. That's one of the things in the book is I kept forgetting. I kept picturing all these people as like grown adults, but they were like 16.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting this and crazy. I don't know. It's
I.
even more sad when you picture them as 16-year-olds.
Mhm. I will say I'm excited to see more of the world. Like I thought Mars was, it was decent, and I thought like the colonies like living underneath and everything was cool. Very like Fallout Vault stuff, as we kind of talked about earlier. But one thing I just thought of is like you hear about how they have these fleets and like armadas and things, which means there's like other nations and factions out there, which I'm excited to see how they react to all the gold like societies, because they wiped out Earth and all that. So I thought the
Mm-hmm.
world was, it was good. I wasn't like blown away by it, but I am excited to see where it goes from here on out, because I think there's a lot of potential that can really flesh out in a fully realized like system, almost like a solar system that I'm excited to see with the world.
That's like my absolute
Yeah.
favorite thing about book two is that it just expands like crazy.
Hmm.
And I think even in the book you can open it up and there's a map, and then you can see like how every faction works and how certain silvers play parts in things. Like, yeah, it's just so cool.
But onyxes, yeah, onyxes are dope.
Yeah. I'm not a big world building person, which is I think why I struggle with a lot of like fantasy reading and things is I don't necessarily like to enter a completely foreign to me world.
Hmm.
But I am a sucker for um like
Blue eyes.
dystopian for what?
What? No, you can keep going.
What did you say?
I said blue eyes.
Oh no, that's not my thing. They're just like they're just there, and it's so like jarring how he stares at you from the back of the book. It's
Oh, I was like, are you talking
unsettling.
about the? Like, what are you talking about? You're still talking about the blue eyes.
I am, yeah, sorry.
Keep
Anyway, I'm not a sucker for blue eyes. I am a sucker for like dystopian kind of I don't know, factions, I guess. Like I love dystopian worlds where there are different like groups of people assigned to like very specific tasks. Like I loved that in the Hunger Games, how they had the different what are they called?
Districts, right?
I don't know. Oh, districts. They had the different districts, and then one of my favorite books does that kind of idea also, where like people are just assigned to certain jobs, and that's what they do. Like they don't get to choose that type of stuff. Like when people are just assigned to things like that, and they don't get to choose, and seeing how that plays out, especially when people aren't necessarily vibing with whichever group they could get put into, or when there's corruption in some of the groups, or like there's special privileges because of the corruption. That is always very interesting to me. I kind of wish we got a better understanding of how all that worked, but also it would have been too much for this book because
Hmm.
it really just focused on the exam or whatever. Um, but that part of the world building was very interesting to me, is just how do they assign, or how did they assign certain tasks, certain people, and how do they ensure that they are fit for those tasks, and what do they do if whatever person is put in a group and they don't fit. I don't know if the book ever goes into that, but that part of the world building is very interesting to me.
You like the societal structures and things like that. It's like,
Yeah, I love reading about dystopian societal structures. I don't know, it's very interesting to me.
yeah, I wish we got to see more of like how obviously we see how the Reds are treated, and then we see like how everyone's like sucking up to the Golds. I'm interested to see like what does the hierarchy like does it trickle down? So like all the Golds are treating whatever's next as like crap, kind of like how or the Silver's treating the next one down. Like does it follow? Where does it stop? Like is there any class that doesn't treat the ones below it like dirt, or is it just so ingrained that everyone does that? And I'm intrigued with that.
Right. Yeah, because it seems like some of the groups like intermix, like when they broke into Olympus or whatever, it was talking about how there were, I think there were like browns, which I don't remember what they do, and then like the pinks were there and a couple other colors, like maybe grays or
What do the
something.
pinks do again? I'm joking.
Thanks for this.
I,
Oh, okay. Literally.
like the
Yeah, so that, yeah.
yeah, like the one advisor over the mines. Granted, maybe he just saw Reds so much below him, and he was obviously lied to him. But he didn't like he mistreated him because society did it. But I don't think it was out of spite or like he was better than them. Or at least that's not what we from the little we saw of him. I thought maybe he was a little more has more pity on them instead of disgust.
Yeah, potentially. But then there's also like in each group there's like highs and lows. So there's like high reds and then there's low reds. So I'm like, and it kind of seems like maybe the high reds get to go and mingle with the rest of the society
Yeah,
because they mention them throughout the book. And so it's like, do they know and do they interact with the low reds? And do they also just keep this information from them? Or is it kind of like this thing that a lot of people know and they just keep quiet about? Like, I wonder how that works. Like the people who kind of could like go back and forth between the worlds, I guess.
they're the rebels, the sons of what was it?
Aries,
Seer. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
The high reds, or
Well,
No, the people that made Daryl
Yeah.
who he is made him a gold.
yeah. So
something interesting, and it sounds like we're going to find out more in other books. What did you like about the world, Lou, when you first read through the book, if you can remember?
I think a big thing that I liked about the world is that it's just surprised. When I started reading the book, I thought the whole book was just going to be him being a builder, a miner.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that the world was as big as what it is. I think, like, it's the first book where I just looked at it on like Barnes and Noble. Like, I think Christian was going to grab herself a book, and I was like, I just need to grab a book, and it was just on one of the shelves, and I just picked it up. So I had zero idea what was going on. So once the book like started, just everything about it was just surprising to me, and yeah, it's just the twists and turns. I don't, yeah, and I'm not blind in the fact that it's definitely not a perfect book for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I was just always surprised. So yeah, I think yeah, and then I don't know, something about how he led his way of learning leadership I thought was like super cool. I don't know, wait, you guys haven't really talked about that, but did you like did you see him as like a good leader? He felt like a perfect flawed leader to me. Um, not afraid to lose kind of vibes, but
Mm-hmm. I like seeing the transformation where he's like, yeah, we don't actually have to take these people as slaves, and like they'll work better and like respect you more if you treat them like actual human beings and things like that.
yeah, because at first in the book it starts off with like, okay, how can we kill all the golds? Like that's the goal. Like, how can we just dismantle this whole society? And then it later becomes like, oh no, these are people too.
Mm-hmm.
The system's corrupt. Like, how can we fix the system, not kill everybody? That's
Yeah.
how I saw it.
yeah. I don't know how I feel about him as a leader. I haven't really put much thought into it until you just asked that question. I mean, I think he genuinely cares about the people he is leading, it seems like. Um, because you get to see some of his thought process and some of the decisions he makes, and it does seem like he has a genuine care for the well-being of his people. Um, but then it's hard because like I know that they were set up to do this and they were in a way not given any choice, but he does just murder other children. Like he takes these children, he's like, go murder those children. And
Like, these children is. I mean, isn't that what sixth grade's all about? I don't know how you guys handled sixth grade.
yeah, not with murder. So that is like conflicting to me because in the circumstances compared to the other leaders we saw, obviously he stands out as having some level of like concern for his own morality, but also like he's definitely the type of leader that can get blinded by his goal, and that can lead him to make some questionable decisions and things like that, which he is also very aware of, and he discusses towards the end of the book how he gets blinded by rage and acts impulsively.
Throat chops
So
a
that's
dude.
obvious. Yeah. So that's his biggest flaw as a leader, and that's kind of hard for me to overlook personally. So I don't know. There's definitely like flaws, but there's definitely a desire to be a good leader, which I think if he continues to like listen to that desire to be a good leader, he could definitely become one. But like Robert said earlier, it does kind of seem like that part of him is going to grow a lot quieter, and then the more goal-oriented part is going to get a little bit louder
He's not afraid
for him as he makes decisions.
He's not afraid to use people, and afraid like he'll just be like, oh, use them. He'll like almost justify the means of being able to like sacrifice anyone almost type of thing is. Like,
Yeah.
Paul Atreides type vibes.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Is he is very good at justifying whatever means he needs to use to get to the end. And he is very comfortable with lying to himself.
That's a big one because he is like lying to himself because he has like to protect himself.
Yeah.
Right.
He went from like, because even like the whole joke is like if you bring a child from the 1800s and you bring him to like the real world now, and you put a phone in his hand, like, or like give him a hot pocket, he would lose his mind. Right?
So
like
the hot pocket. Whew.
Yeah. The same thing, right? Like the idea that like the idea that since he was such a perfect miner and he was like the best at it, that he could fit into this role. But like that, I think that's like kind of BS, right? Like
Those fingers.
he went from exactly, right? Like he had strong fingers. Is that I remember
very dexterous fingers. They mentioned it multiple times how good his fingers are.
Yeah. Point. Yeah.
like how stupid is that, right? Like because he had strong fingers.
I mean, it kind of makes sense with his like
crazy
preferred weapon.
Was his fingers?
No.
Oh, was it not the scythe blade?
Whatever.
What was it?
It
Yeah.
was a sling blade, I
Sling
think.
blade.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they relied on it a bit too much, personally, but I do think it probably helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind of a red, body of a gold, and fingers of a pink. What more can you?
Yo, dude.
No. Did you just come up with that?
Yep.
Crazy.
That is honestly pretty hilarious.
So
Sorry, Mom.
overall,
I should definitely find a way to put that in the book somewhere.
I'll I'll tweet at him
The
or whatever.
last line of the entire series.
Well, they are coming out with
Of
a book
all-
7, so
Yeah, all 7 books at the end. To my special
Yeah,
friend
it was
Robert,
running out
thanks
of-
for the perfect line.
It can be in the afterword or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
the acknowledgments. Says thank
That's how Robert like becomes a famous writer. It's crazy.
What do you guys think about the overall prose and vibe of it? Like the just how it was written?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a
It was-
writer,
Oh,
so
go ahead.
oh no, it's okay. Yeah, I only know what a bad book is. I don't know what a good book is. Does that make sense? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
so and it was good enough for me. I mean, I'm reading a book right now that clearly he writes circles around this guy, but it does its job for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, I don't think the book needed to be a flowery prose. Like, it's a very cutthroat type world, so I think a more simple way to go about it, I think, actually fits it better than if he was, describing, the sands of Mars, like going in like the texture and all that. I don't think it would have fit it as much. So, I don't think the more simplistic prose is really a problem in my book.
Good way of saying it.
Yeah. My preferred style of reading is very, very flowery and like very, not overly descriptive, but like being very, very thoughtful about your word choice and like every word having like a very specific purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pleasantly surprised by this writing. I really expected to read this book and have it be very much like, this guy does this, then he does it, like just very like, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
like not a lot of sentence variation, I guess.
My
I
husband-
don't know.
No, it's
No,
better than my writing, Christian. Don't worry.
I've read your writing. I've said good things about it.
Oh, thank you.
Say
Say more. Can you speak a little closer to the microphone? No, I'm joking.
No, I think you do a good job writing. I think the style of your writing fits the genre that you're going for. And I think his style of writing also fits the genre he's going for. But I was just saying, like, I was more in the beginning, I was pleasantly surprised that I wouldn't say it's very flowery, but I do think there are some really good sentences and descriptions and very thoughtful phrases that he uses. Obviously, when it gets more into the action, I think those become less so, but especially in the beginning when they're talking about like him and Eel's relationship and kind of the community of his home. There were quite a few like descriptions, and I'm like, oh, that was really nice. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I just expected it to be a lot, not dry, but I expected it to be less detail oriented, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he did do a good job. Like I said, more so in the beginning of using words very intentionally in a way that conjured kind of like the feelings and kind of the overall like vibe of his home. Like I feel like I got a very good sense of what his home life was like.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he left it, I was also kind of like how he mentioned he was feeling homesick. I was also feeling homesick because of the way he wrote about his home in those beginning couple chapters. Made me feel very attached to it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I am excited though. According to, so I listened to the Two the Ramble. They're a book tube. They do a lot of podcasts and all that for book reviews, and they saying that he like steps up his prose game, just his writing style in book 2, because obviously this was his break-in book, so he got like an editor and all that, and I'm excited to see where he goes with just his writing style and the growth of it.
That is interesting to see. Yeah, I'd be interested to see like what specific ways they like think that he has improved.
Mm-hmm.
I liked book 2 so much that I slept by it for like 4 months.
All right. I guess I was the only. How do you one last question for you guys that read it. How do these spell EO? Was it just EO?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was just curious.
literally just EO.
Yeah, I was curious.
And
So
Darrow is Darrow,
yeah,
in case you wanted to know.
yeah. So with
But you
the
can call him Daryl. I don't care.
with the narrator, since I was the only one that listened to an audiobook, he it threw me for a loop because I knew it was an American author. Pierce Brown's an American author, but he has a very for his red is a very thick Irish accent, so I thought it was Daryl. Like he was saying Darrow, but it's like
Oh.
Daryl. So I thought it was Daryl half the time, and I was gonna ask for clarification: is it
Yeah.
Darrow or Daryl? So I'm glad we brought that up. But I think he did a really good job. He was great at having this, like I said, a more heavy Irish or Scott. One of the I'm not good with my British accents distinction between them, so forgive me for anyone over there in the British Isles. It was I think it was Irish, but then he does a very good almost a high English accent. Once he gets the gold, he does a good job of switching the accent, so it's you can hear the differences in there, and then when he slips the bloody hell, it goes back to that red accent. So I think he did a really good job in the audiobook, and it's 13
That's cool.
14 hours, so would recommend it. It's not
Yeah.
a long book, but
Robert,
overall
not a long book, buddy.
bro, last year I read a 60-hour book or listened to
Yeah.
one, so I did not need to be 60 hours.
Robert,
but-
your idea of a short book is so skewed compared to the average person.
Epic Fantasy does that.
Honestly, when a book is above 16 hours, that's when I'm like, do I really want to listen to this book? How badly do I want?
Well, see, if you're
yeah.
doing the credits, which you have your opinion on the system, but if a book's worth 30, you're gonna get more bang for your buck with that one credit than 16. So you gotta go with the longer one. No,
Yeah, we don't support.
Honestly, I don't
my
care.
coworker does that outlook.
I have become pretty, I don't know. I will just not finish a book for any reason nowadays.
That's probably
I'm
smart.
just
I'm too stubborn. I'm
Yeah.
I gotta finish it.
I used to be, and then I was reading books out of anger. I was reading a book, so angry at this book, but I was like, why am I doing this?
What's the name of the book?
This is,
Dream Riders.
especially the last one I did that to. No, not Dream Riders. No.
only doing it because I'm his
I
friend.
still have to get it. No, not Dream
You
Riders.
don't have to put the author on blast who you're reading. But off the pod.
No, I wasn't going to. I won't put the author on blast. But Lucian knows which book I was. I think he knows which book I'm talking about.
I do not. That's why I asked. But yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you after.
Oh, I think you should.
I don't know if the person's still alive who wrote it.
It's true.
It's fine. It was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I just didn't like that book.
What? That's too
It didn't make
British
sense.
humor.
I'm like, what's happening? Yeah. What's happening? Why is it happening? I don't understand what's going on. Is there any point to this book? Why is it so long? Why is it so small? I hate reading small books.
Is it? Oh,
Everything about it.
I didn't think it was long. I read it in high school though, so I don't remember much.
No, it wasn't long, but it felt long. It felt so long.
So you're not gonna go with
And it was,
the Diner at the Edge of the Galaxy, or whatever the sequel book is.
no, sir. No, I will not.
No, sir.
Very funny. All
Yeah,
right.
but when you said that he had the accent on the audiobook, I was trying to replay the whole book in my mind with that accent, and I feel like it gives the whole book a very different vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go listen to a sample on whatever audiobook.
I think I'm
platform
gonna
you're
have to.
using. Does a really good job. Especially-
Libby.
Libby, there you go. Shout out to Libby.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I have to now.
I'm gonna put you guys on the spot one last time. How would you rate this book out of 10? We can give it an 8 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay.
I also give it 8 out of 10, just because second book is 10 out of 10 for me.
Ooh.
So there has to be room to
Mhm.
there has to be room to wiggle.
I would give it. I'm trying to do the math. I think sorry, because I usually rate my books out of 5. So first I was like, how would I rate it out of 5, and then what would that be out of 10 instead? I think I would probably give it a 6.5.
Okay.
I enjoyed it, but The second half dragged a little bit for me just because of how like war strategy focused it was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just something I struggle with reading. I think it's because a lot of it I don't understand. So a lot of times it feels like I'm literally just like reading words off a page and I don't know what's going on. I liked the first half of the book a lot more than the second half of the book.
Interesting.
So.
Does it get better from the war perspective, Lucian? Is it a lot more
No,
wars? Oh, okay.
There's a lot more war. It gets worse. Yeah.
Sorry, Christian.
It's
I will say
okay.
though, like the relationships get better too. I think so. Like
hmm
if you can kind of power through it.
I mean, I kind of try the audiobook now.
Sure.
Maybe I'll try the audiobook for the second book. I'm really interested in this accent.
Accents and blue eyes, baby. All right, Robert. We got to get going.
Okay, I was very clear that they were unsettling. Okay.
The eyes.
Also, you had some things to say about his blue eyes, Lucian.
Ooh, what do you
zero
like
idea.
blue eyes
Not
there,
be
Lou?
said on a podcast.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was X-rated.
Okay. Well,
What?
We can't get demonetized since apparently Lou's still getting checks from this. So.
Wrap it up, Robert.
All right. Thank you all for listening. Leave us like, comment, subscribe. Don't know when we'll be back, but you can always find something over on the Top Podcast YouTube channel. Peace.
Adios, amigos,
Peace.
amigas.
Like
Bye-bye.
Ghost of Chico's.
You know I'm a degenerate.
With those blue eyes.